I went with the Tacoma, and it has the ARE commercial canopy. The canopy has 3-door keyless entry that matches the keyless entry on the truck. So you can basically lock up the whole thing with one click, which is pretty awesome. And it's a little bit taller version of the commercial canopy. It sticks up above the cab just a little bit. And I just wanted to maximize the space inside there. On the setup, I wanted to try to make it so I had as much organization in there as possible, so I never have to remove more than one item to get any item out of the truck. And whenever possible, I don't want to have to remove anything. I want to be able to just reach in and get to whatever that I wanted out. And then the biggest thing is I never want to have to lift backpack sprayers out again. I want them to roll out at the perfect height so I can just put them on my back, fill them up without lifting them. And here's how I solved some of that. So here we are at the back of the truck, and basically I use 2 Flow Zone sprayers. I love them. I think they're great sprayers. And I use one for repellents, one for non-repellents, and both sides work exactly the same way. But these sprayers, you can just reach in here and grab this lower handle, and the whole thing rolls out right to the edge of the tailgate, right at the right height to put that on. All the chemicals roll out with it, and the wand is tucked in a little spot back behind here, so it stays organized as well. And then on the front of this drawer, we have kind of a drawer built into a drawer. So we've got this extra storage. I keep a battery, some flashlights, tools, extra parts back there. And this whole thing just rolls really smoothly back in and out of the way. You can lock this thing in the open or closed position, so if you're parked on a slope, it's no problem. That little switch and voltage meter you see there, the switch is for a water pump that goes back to a 40-gallon tank, and you kick that on, and that turns on the water coming from this hose, which will reach all the way over to both sides. And again, both sides work exactly the same. They both roll out, and just pull that out, close it. On this side, this is my non-repellent side. I keep gel baits, bait gun, and back under this. Got some additional storage for other kinds of baits. And that's how that works. The center drawer, it's a big drawer. I keep gloves, glue boards, boot covers, respirator, paper towels, and over on this side I've got the attachment for my pole sprayer. I did a separate video on that, but I used that a ton last year, and I end up pulling that thing out at least 4 or 5 times a day. Not just attaches to my big web pole and attaches to this Flow Zone sprayer. The web pole, speaking of that, is up here on the side. Just unscrew this little cap right here and pull out the big web pole. And then up on top I've got my ladder. And the B&G sprayers, they just roll out as well, so that comes right out to the edge of the tailgate, so you can lift those straight up and out. In the back, I have some measuring cups. This year I'm trying to really just mix up what I'm going to use at the time, not have chemicals stored in the tank overnight whenever possible. And I thought that'd be more likely if I had these things handy, so they just all sit right there. That rolls in. So that's how the back looks. We'll come around here to the side. So this would be the Curbside, and start up here in the front. We got a mosquito fogger. Under that mosquito fogger, there's a little hatch. You can see the hole there. That just pivots up, and I keep the gas can for the mosquito fogger in there. So I never really need to get in there unless the mosquito fogger is already out anyway. In the center here, we've got another pull-out. This is the bag I use to do bait station checks, and I've got some glue boards and excluder there. Under this pull-out, we've got another access hatch where I keep keep bait stations, and there you can see the gas can that's back under there. So there's quite a bit of storage under there. It's actually not even full right now. And so that just rolls over the top. And then under this big drawer, this is the back of that big drawer you saw from the back of the truck. But if you open this up, we have storage under here too. And I keep an endoscope under there and some more tools, but basically the way this rolls in and out is there's some wheels attached to the drawer that poke down through the bottom of the drawer and roll along inside the box that the whole thing rolls in and out of. And there's a stop back under where I keep the bait stations that keep this drawer from rolling all the way out. And so this whole thing rolls really smoothly. I'm just moving it with one finger right now, and it works really great. So that's it for this side. And so this is the street side, which would be a little less convenient. And here I've got a ladder stabilizer thing, my vacuum, and this is my kit for doing mice jobs. And I just grabbed this whole stool out of there. That's really convenient. You can put traps and bait and glue boards and some tools and stuff inside, and then still have a platform to sit on while you're baiting a bunch of traps and setting up the trap right boxes. And you got a stool, so if you need to see up high, you've already got that in the house. And I really like this thing a lot. I use it quite a bit. Back here is the fill cap for my 40-gallon tank that's under everything. So you're doing that once a day, filling that thing up. And that's not too inconvenient. And there's two hatches under here as well. I've got a bee suit in one side and a granule spreader in the other. So here it is with everything extended out. And so now you can kind of see how it works inside. And basically down in there I've got a battery and a pump. Pump runs water up across here, and then over the side where I can fill it. And then under there we've got the wiring that runs out to that switch on the front. So that's kind of how that goes together. I also did not really a build video, but a lot more detail about how this was built. I have a separate video for that, so if somebody's trying to use some of these ideas, you might watch that, get some little more detail. And so that's pretty much it for my setup. I'm gonna have a ladder on top and then a big web pole. There's a couple other little things I want to put in here, but that is about 99% done. I'm really liking how putting these backpacks on without lifting them, other than just sliding your shoulders under the straps and going, is going to work. And so that's about it.